Unlock your potential every Thursday with our podcast, Refresh, Relax, Renew. Join Coach Racquel as she guides you through personal development journeys. Each episode focuses on actionable steps to enhance your personal journey. The podcast features 3 main segments to keep you engaged. We start with discussions on trending topics relevant to your growth. Then we unbox solutions to common challenges we face daily. Finally, stay updated with fresh funding opportunities each week. Tune in every Thursday for new episodes, and see you there.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We have come to the end. We've come to the end of today's segment for our episode for today. We've come to the end. I wanted to say the things I like. We've come to the end of our episode for today, and we had a grand time. Of course, I shared with you in today's unboxing, I share with you when I unboxed this gorgeous countertop bookshelf here. I share that with you today, and I hope you enjoyed. We talked about Shannon Sharpe and what he's going through, and we also talked about the couple. Oh my gosh, it's so bad. Let me find the name of the couple. I cannot get out here and not tell you the name of the couple who I discussed today. Dear Future, they appeared on the Dear Future Wifey podcast, and so their names are Reggie and Kelly Steele, and they appeared on the Dear Future Wifey podcast on YouTube. And today I had that I in the trending topic, we talked about that, and we talked about Shannon Sharpe and the $50 million lawsuit that he's now facing. We also, like I said before, we unboxed this beautiful tree-shaped bookshelf that's a countertop bookshelf that's right here with my little books right next to me in my podcast. Yes, that's what I shared today. And we also shared the fresh list of grant funding opportunities for May 2025, which is now on the website, mycoachministry.com. You just go there and you'll find them, as well as all the other months that have passed. And it will continue to give you updates, a fresh list every single month. So I just want to say thank you so much for being here. Welcome to the show, and let's get into it. Let's go. I love to open new packages. I will give you the latest information on the top funding opportunities for entrepreneurs who are seeking funding. Come along with me. I'm Coach Racquel, and it is a passion project for me. So I am so happy to bring this to you. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for watching. Wow. Oh my goodness. Wow. Welcome back to the show. Refresh, relax, renew. Breathe that in. Refresh, relax, renew. Just breathe it in. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Thank you for joining the show. Thank you for coming back. I hope you've been enjoying the program. This is my podcast, Refresh, Relax, Renew. I am Coach Racquel, and I'm so happy to be here with you today. I'm so happy to be here with you. It promises to be an exciting episode, I believe. And I'm just ready to get into it. How have you been? How have you been keeping up? How has your business been going? How has your career been going? How is the hustle? How is the side hustle? How is the gig going? How is the savings going? How is it transforming from debts to dividends going? Because this year, 2025 and beyond, and as the New Year's this year, 2025, and the upcoming years, it's about upliftment, it's about empowerment, it's about feeling empowered, knowing you're empowered, it's about possibilities, and it's about endless possibilities. Okay, do you remember this song? I am a P, I am a possibility, I am a promise. I am a promise. I am a possibility. I am a promise with a capital P. I am a great big bundle of potentiality. So this year, it's about growth and advancement and being our best selves and living in positivity and feeling good about ourselves. You know what I mean? It's self-love time, self-empowerment time. It's about aligning and synergizing with the right people. It's about making sure that whatever relationships we enter it because for the right reasons, and that we're not settling anymore. All right, we're no longer settling. We're no longer just going to accept it because it's cute and it's sexy and it's not. Listen, cute and sexy and sweet is really good. It's just not empowerment on a long term unless it comes with the right features and characteristics and requirements. Okay, so we're not going to settle this year and beyond. We are about building family enterprise, personal enterprise, whatever it is you want to call it, however you want to call it. We're talking about building successful networks. Okay, we're talking about creating an environment, a healthy, strong, supportive environment around ourselves so that we can be our best selves. We can show up our best selves. We can grow and advance and bloom beautifully. Yes, that's what this year is about. So I thank you so much for joining me. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. Share with a friend and a friend and a friend. Share it with all the people you know. Share it with your family, share it with your friends. And please don't forget, leave me some comments there, okay? Please leave me some comments in the comments section. Talk to me. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you're thinking. If there's a topic you'd like me to cover or share or some information you're thinking of that you'd like for me to include in my content, let me know. You know what I mean? And I'll definitely think about it. But we're here for each other. That's what we're here for. We're not just here to sit down and talk and laugh and go away and then we're suffering on our own. No, let's be there for each other. Let's show up as support for each other. All right, that's what I'm about anyway this year. So again, I'm Coach Racquel, and welcome to the podcast. Refresh, relax, renew, and let's get into it. So now we're going to go to our first segment, which is the discussion on the. No, I'm so sorry. The first thing we're going to be doing is our ASMR minute. Okay, and our ASMR moment is so important. It's where we relax and we think on positive things, and we release. You know. So just take this time to just breathe, okay? Breathe. Yeah. Inhale. Exhale. Oh my gosh. Oh wow, isn't that beautiful? And just relax. I like to inhale on 4, hold it, 1, 2, exhale, 2, 1. Woo! Oh my goodness! Okay. Welcome to this. Welcome again to my podcast. Thank you so much for being here. It's now time for our first segment, and this segment is called allegedly, and it really is about breakdowns for self work breakthrough, and it's when we really go through and discuss some trending topics that touch me. I choose them based on what touched me. But again, as I was sharing earlier, you can if there's a topic you'd like me to talk about, please go ahead and share it with me in the comment section, and I will check it out and everything, and we'll definitely have a look at it to see how we can include it into this segment. But this segment really is about examining other people's experiences, stories, breakdowns, examine the breakdowns that are happening, and then use that to inspire our own self work, the work on ourselves, examining self, so that we can achieve breakthrough. Because nothing just happens, and if it comes across our timeline, and if it comes across our attention, that maybe God is trying to, or the universe is trying to use it to teach us something. Maybe it is trying to bring some awareness to us that can help us to open the doors that we want opened, and it can give us access to some breakthroughs that we've been seeking and been wanting. So that is what we're doing here, and it also keeps us in touch on what is happening, in touch with what is happening in the world. Because we're here, and we don't want to be completely clueless. You know what I mean? You don't want to be swallowed by the chaos, but you don't want to not be in awareness, because being in awareness is so critical and it's so important. And so this is why we have this segment where we examine the stories that are trending, and we have discussions around it, with the hope that it inspires our own self work so we can achieve breakthrough. Now, before I even bring up these people's names, I want to say this. I thank for everyone whose story I mention. I just want to say thank you to them. I am very thankful to you for living out loud, so that we can learn from your mistakes, your breakdowns, your positive outcomes, to do our own self work so that we can achieve breakthroughs. And it doesn't mean that everything we talk about is going to be sad stories. No, there will be time when we talk about whatever it is that's trending, and like I say, whatever touches me, that's where I'm going to head, because I don't necessarily see these stories as negative or positive. I see them as breakdowns, disruption in the system, disruption in the universe is disrupting things, so that we can examine to find out what's missing, what's showing up, what can we learn from this. How am I showing up as this person, but I didn't realize it until I saw it in them? What are they manifesting that is also in me, but I didn't realize it was there until I saw their story, right? So that really is what this is about. And the stories that we're going to be talking about, one, we're going to be talking about Shannon Sharpe and what has been happening to him, and my heart goes out to him, and the young ladies and the ladies that are involved. My heart goes out to them, because it cannot be easy for anyone involved, and it's not my place to judge them. It's not my place to litigate. It's not my place to say who's right or who's wrong. What I want to send towards them is positive energy. I want to send positive energy their way. And it's my hope and my prayer that they will be able to navigate these issues with grace and mercy, and a strong support system. The other person I'm going to be speaking about is a married couple that came on a podcast, and the lady was talking about how God gave her grace to maintain her marriage, is my understanding. And everything that I say here is my understanding, my interpretation, my perceptions, right? And everything is alleged because I wasn't there. And even if I was there, my understanding of things is biased. It's biased based on who I am, where I am, my belief systems, my outlook on life, my purview. It's biased. So it's really alleged. I even if I was standing there when it happens, it would still be my perspective. So, you know, let the universe do what it's supposed to do, and we'll do what we're purposed to do. All right. So let's get into the story. So the first one that I actually want to talk about is Shannon Sharpe. Shannon Sharpe hit with with $50 million lawsuit. Can you imagine someone file a lawsuit against you, right or wrong, good or bad, guilty or innocent? Someone files a $50 million lawsuit um, against you. How would you feel? How would you feel? How would that impact you? What would go through your mind? What would be happening with what would your family be going through right now? And also, on the other hand, imagine you're with someone and they violate you. And again, all allegations. I'm just saying, put yourself in the shoe of the victim, the alleged victim, and put yourself in the shoe of the alleged perpetrator. Right. And it's interesting because as I go through this story, the possibilities are that both could be victim and both could be perpetrators. As I read the stories and as I go through it, I'm realizing that there's so many gray areas, that both could be victims and both could be perpetrators. All right. Now, I'm not going to play all the stories. I'm not going to go into everything because the stories are out there, and I know you're reading. I know you're up to date with certain things. And if you're not, you can easily become updated by just going to YouTube or Google or TikTok or any one of the social platforms and just Google it. And I promise you, it'll come up. So I have some select things, recordings that I'd like to share. And of course, I cannot put them, I'm going to put them on the screen because I don't want to have any copyright issues with anyone. All right. So everything that is discussed here, allegations, they're not fact, they're alleged. And my opinions are not fact. It's just my opinion, my purview, my view on the things. All right. Now, the first one I want to play, because some of these clips were disturbing for me. The first one I want to play is, let me start with what Shannon had to say. Hang on. I'm so sorry. Oh, go back. The my microphone, my speaker needs to be connected. Alrighty. Connect. Okay, let's just connect it and then we go forward, okay? All right. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're okay. And I hope as we go through these topics that you're not too triggered and that you're able to handle it, with an open mind and maturity. And hang on a second. I have to disconnect it first from this. Let's disconnect this first. All right. Now let's connect this one. So this is my tablet that I'm trying to connect. Finally, it's connected. So now let's go back to the clip. All right.
Manipulate me. I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
Okay, so hold on.
If you said that one more time, I will fuck you.
My apologies. So the clip you're about to hear is where is a I think it's a phone call, whether it's a WhatsApp. I'm not sure the medium, whether it's WhatsApp, telephone, cell phone, but it's an alleged conversation between Shannon Sharpe and the person who is suing him. So let's hear this.
I don't want to be. Don't manipulate me.
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you said that one more time, I will fucking choke the shit out of you when I see you.
To my family, friends, supporters, and colleagues, I want to speak to you directly and from the heart. This is a shakedown. I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right. This is all being orchestrated by Tony Busby, who has targeted Jay-Z. Tony Busby targets black men.
All right, that's one clip. Let me go to another one. This is Candace Owens. So this is Candace Owens providing an update on it. And I'm not going to be playing the entire clips, okay? I just want to give you an idea of what's happening.
Updates. I hate not in a great state.
Big black guy. Look at the fire.
Apparently, he was negotiating with this girl behind the scenes. And what we are hearing from that girl's side is that he made a substantial offer $10 million to try to settle this thing. Obviously, settlement talks blew up, and now it's public. She said that her butt cheeks cost $50,000. That's what she told me.
Delicious. Thank you, Chef. The temperature is perfect. And the roll.
Acting and doing all of these things. And the deal was supposedly worth $100 million. So look at this, okay? This is Shannon Sharpe Eye's $100 million podcast deal as volume contract expires. He's on the brink of a $100 million deal. And then this woman comes forward and she's like, I'm going to release all this publicly or I'm going to sue you. And your instincts have got to be to shut that down, okay? Because we're talking about the difference of $90 million. You pay her $10 million to go away and you're signing a $100 million deal.
The right number. For 50 million, I go to hell. For 50 million, I go to hell. For 50 million, I go to hell.
Regardless of whether you are guilty or innocent, these text messages hit the public, and you are probably not going to close that deal, okay? Because that is going to harm your professional reputation, your personal reputation, and that's what happened here. You fumbled the bag no matter which way you slice it, okay?
All right.
Well, what, Gabby?
Oh, you're coming to LA tomorrow?
Yes.
Well, I don't know why you want to go out.
Don't worry about it, Gabby.
Well, okay.
Okay, what?
Well, I'm not really interested in getting choked, so I guess we're going.
Yeah. I might choke you in public. Big black guy chokes small white woman.
It's so weird because I feel myself getting so emotional and I never expected this. I didn't react this way when I didn't really concentrate on it, but I got the clips gathered whenever I've heard. So I don't sink myself into stories, right? But as I'm listening to it right now, I literally feel tears coming to my eyes. Like, ay, 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 ay.
Out there, black women in particular, y'all be listening, y'all be like,
Okay, so I'm going to come back to this clip. I think the second episode, I think, of my podcast, I addressed Dr. Umar Johnson and the alleged deadbeat father claims. I talked about DDG, who was lamenting that his child's mother was not letting him see his child, and he was on a podcast saying that. And I also spoke about Telbo Rackins, who was unalived by his Caucasian white female partner, but he had some disparaging things to say about. He reportedly said or allegedly said that he'd rather be. It was on his. They captured a Facebook post from him where he said he'd rather sleep with an animal, a dog, than a black woman, and that dog would have to be white. Right? No, I'm here, and I remember in that episode I said, could it be that our men, melanated men, black men, are crying out for help, but we're so alarmed by what is happening with them that we're missing it? I'm at the same place. Like, I'm talking about this because I cannot just see it. I cannot just see it as people acting out. Sorry, I cannot just see it as people being bad. I have to see it as people acting out. What are they acting out? I'm not sure. And I have a clip from Funky Dineva, and he shared some things that really, man, I can't say he's wrong. He sounds like he might be on the right path. I think our men are in trouble. Honestly, I don't think it's so much necessarily that they hate us or they don't want to be with us. I genuinely think black men are in trouble. And I think they're screaming out the only way they know how, through these activities. There is no way. You see, this is something that has always gotten to me. Like, we look at somebody who's doing something and said, why are you doing that? You know better, don't do that. Knock, knock. If they knew better, they wouldn't be doing that. Clearly, they don't know better. We have a problem with truth. And because of the issue we have with truth, we cannot fix our issues. We have to get to a place where we see people for who they are, where they are. We've got to see that right now. You may think Shannon is whether he's a 56 or 54-year-old man, but I'm not quite sure what his correct age is, because I hear so many different numbers and I didn't check myself because I just didn't think that's not critical for what I'm about to, for what I'm saying. But he's in his 50s. And the conversation isn't healthy or positive. He doesn't know better. Why do we think he does? It's as though the moment someone has some achievements, we automatically think they know better. And it's like we start treating them as they're perfect now, they know better. And then when they do something, we become shocked. This is a thought that came to my mind. And when I talk Bible or reference Bible, I'm referencing it as a book and as in my understanding, one of the oldest book in the world, right? One of the books that most people believe in, most people read, most people use, right? So it's not for religious reasons why I'm quoting it, let's be clear. But there was a part of the Bible that said something to the effect of, it's easier for a camel to make it through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom, if there is a kingdom, right? And I'm not saying there is or there isn't, because this is not a platform for religious teachings. Let's be clear, okay? What do we think that was trying to tell us? What are the beliefs that we have around money? How do we treat people who have money? What happens to us when we get access to a lot of money? The money isn't the problem, but what happens? Have you ever been hungry for a very, very long time, and then food comes and it's like you just start eating up? It's like you're just eating because you're hungry. And I think the world has so cultivated this social structure that made money one of the highest value of things, among things. And so, and then there's a scarcity that I believe is carefully constructed, so that by the time you get it, it's like you had such a hankering for it that is like, you don't necessarily lose yourself, but you're like a child in a candy store and you just start doing childish things sometimes. And in a world that does not give you the room or the space to adjust, you could just spiral out of control, is my opinion, my understanding. Yeah. And I think, I don't know what our men have gone through. I don't know, because I've had a woman experience, a female experience my entire life, and I don't have enough experience with men to really speak on what could be the issue. But there is an issue, because let me tell you, it's like they're bleeding out in the streets, and it's really affecting me. I literally feel like I'm watching men bleed out, the wealthiest of our men just bleeding out on the streets, and I feel so helpless. I don't know what to do. And I don't know if we're missing it because we just see it as drama and we're constantly expecting, oh, they should know better. They don't know better. I believe that everyone is performing at their absolute best. And at any moment in time, yes, that best can be impacted by circumstances, but overall, on average, people are performing at the best of their capacity, not my expectations, their capacity. And if we don't see it for that, then we won't be able to even render help or support to them. Listen to the man. Big black man choke little white girl or something to that effect. Small white girl or something to that effect. You heard it. I'm paraphrasing here. He doesn't know better. Why do you think he knows better? He doesn't know better. This is his best. He's performing at his best. And that's not to be disrespectful towards him. Oh no, I respect you. You're a melanated man. I'm a melanated woman. I have to respect you. For me, it's an obligation to respect you. It's for you to lose that respect. Yeah? That's his best. But we're talking to him as though he knows better. He doesn't know better. Can we teach him better? Is there something that can be done? Where are all the good men? Oh my gosh, I met this man. He's such a good man. It is my hope that he mentors men and boys. I really hope he become a mentor because he keeps his word. He is respectful. He cares. And he has never led me on. It's just this, and it's funny because this is something I've learned from dealing with a man that in my eyes, I perceive him to be a good man, because it's not like I've never encountered other good men. It's just that I never saw it this clearly. I feel like he had the patience and the gentleness and the care for me that allowed me to just fail and learn. I don't know if he sees it that way. That's just how I see it, right? And one of the things that I've been learning is I spoke with two of my closest pals, two of my closest female pals, and I was sharing with them that I think I'm experiencing an ugliness inside of me that I didn't know was there. I was saying to them, it's like I will listen to clips. I'll be going through TikTok or whatever, and I'll see some clips, right? And I start listening to the clips, and I don't know if it's how it's all produced well, and it's just so stirring something inside of me, and I'm like, this clip sounds so good, and they're saying, oh, and men are this and they're that, and it's really negative towards men. But I don't know if it's the message or it's just the packaging of the message. And it kind of makes me feel good inside. And I remember one day I was about to post something, and to be genuinely honest with you, and if you're watching this or you hear this, please forgive me. I'm not meaning to hurt you, because I love you so much. And I'm not even afraid or ashamed to say that. And I have no expectations of you. You've just been, I couldn't ask for more, because you've just been an amazing friend to me. But I almost posted it because I know he looks at my Facebook posts, right? And I was gonna post it to like stick it to him, yeah. And I stopped and I said to myself, "Well, he's never done that to you, so why?" And as I sat there, because I was moving so fast, I'm downloading it, ready to post, because I don't know what to explain it. Maybe a therapist would understand what it stirred in me. I don't even think it was about the message. It was just the right video with the right message, with the right look at the right song and everything. And it just moved me. And I felt, yes. And I stopped myself and I'm like, but this man who you're thinking of as you're about to post this thing, he has never done this to you. So why would you even think to post it for him to see it? And as I was examining myself, I realized, I thought, I think I have unconscious biases. I think I have unconscious resentment towards him, and I'm going to explain it. And I think I also have unconscious vindictiveness that I was about to exact on this person that has never hurt me. And I hope that he doesn't hear this he has such a beautiful heart that I don't even think he would use it against me. Let me tell you where I think the resentment comes from. And all of this, I cannot diagnose myself because I'm not a therapist or anything. I'm not a professional, but I'm telling you, I had to search myself why you want to hurt this person. And I think that there is some unconscious resentment that I have towards him because he's such a great man. And he's exactly who I want. And he hasn't chosen me. And then I had to sit with myself and say, okay, but I believe you me, I've had to search myself to find out if I really love this person. I realize I do. It's not from my head. I don't have a reason. The love I feel for him come from a place that I cannot touch, I cannot feel, and I cannot influence. And I think that's the reason he is the one who's being used to teach me these things, my biases, and expose me to who I'm being towards men, right? And when I sit down and I really think about it, I'm like, but if this is a person I love, I want him to be happy. I don't want him to be with me if I'm not what he really wants. And if I'm not who's going to really make him happy, I wouldn't want him to be with me. So I really have had to be, and I'm still doing some work on myself, because I realize that the very person that I admire so much is like, I want to stick it to him because I have some resentment towards, why aren't you choosing me? Why are you being so nice to me but not choosing me? Why can't you love me the way I love you? But he's going to love who he loves, just like I'm going to love who I love, because there may be a guy out there that be thinking, why can't she love me? I love her. As I get those messages too from guys who say, I love you. And I just don't feel that way for them. I don't even want to have conversations with them. So if I have the right to love who I love, and I don't have control over who I love, the same thing applies to him. And so I wish, oh my gosh, like I just wish him so well. And I'm just receiving all of this and I'm working on myself. Now, why am I mentioning all of this? I'm saying this because I see a lot of messages going out there, but I have to ask myself, what are we truly as women? What are we mad about when it comes to these men? Like I say this, right? If you're with a man who's cheating and you don't have the will to leave someone who is unethical based on cheating being a deal breaker for you, why should he have the will to change for you if you don't have the will to leave him? What are these expectations that we have of men that they are quote unquote failing, and then we build up conscious and unconscious resentment towards them, and then we come at them with venom that they don't deserve. And this applies to these men who we see as successful, wealthy men who are achieving things and are out there doing things that sometimes we would want to do. Do we go at these people because of unconscious biases and resentment that we have for them? And are those unconscious negative energy, is that unconscious negative energy creating a blind spot where instead of seeing that they need help, we criticize them instead because we can't see it consciously? I'm hoping that I'm making sense, because it's my experience that helped me. Growing up, I remember they were so hard on my father. I'm not saying he was perfect. He was not perfect, but that was why for me as a child, when people would say, why is he not taking care of her? I loved my dad. For me, I feel like if my dad had one apple, but he gave me all of that apple, he didn't have the apple tree. Yes, that's what we want him to have. We want him to have the entire tree. We want him to have all the Sorry, this is hard. I would have wanted my dad to have been married and be an exemplary dad and be there for everything. I would have wanted that. And I heard everybody telling me how much he didn't have it and he wasn't doing it. But for me as a kid, he didn't have the apple tree, but he had one apple and he gave me all of the apple. And I don't mean that. Let me be very clear about this, because there's been I believe from my understanding, there's this thinking that my father gave me everything and no other child. That's not true. And when I say he gave me all of what he got, that's not what I mean. I don't mean all his resources that he gave to me. That's not what happened. And that's why I'm saying I've seen where he had things and I'm thinking, let me give an example. I remember I used to stay at different places, people's homes. And I remember I was staying at this house where my father was supposed to pay rent and whatever. And I was in high school. And I remember sometimes he would come, and he didn't come as an adult and come to meet with the people at the house, have conversations with the adults in the room. No, he would send someone to let me know he's up by the nearest corner shop, right? And then I would have to walk, and I'm telling you, the moment I hear it, I felt nervous. I was so nervous. I'm like, oh my God, these people are gonna feel disrespected. He didn't come down here and say hello, and I'm gonna have to go up there and come back down. And it was just exhausting to me. It was exhausting to me. And I would go up there, and my father would open a whole pile of money, like a whole thing of money. And he would just flip off maybe like $100 or $200, and he would give it to me, and he would say, and Daddy, I'm not saying this to hurt you. I'm not. And he would say, I don't have the rent today, but use that to go to school and I'll come back. But he never really came back. And so I would go back there and I would just give them all the money I got. And I would stop eating. I remember sometimes the lady had to say, come, you have to eat. But I just felt so guilty, and I just felt like a burden. And I just felt like my father not doing what he was supposed to do. But I loved him so much. I'm just like, but that's what he can do. So what I'm trying to say is, hear me, and I'm going to try to say it properly, effectively. No one can give you what they don't have to give you. If they don't have the capacity, they can't give you. He did not have the capacity to give me more than the $200. He had capacity to give me $200. So for me, he gave me all he could. That's what I'm saying. We can look at it a million ways if we want to. But I experienced the man, and I realized, I don't know if it's that he had to have the money. I don't know if he had something to do with it. I don't know what it was. But he couldn't give me more. He just couldn't. He didn't have the capacity, will, whatever you want to call it. He did not have it. And I had to realize over time that what he gave me was all he had for me. That's all he had for me. And I don't know why. For me, I remember later on in life, my father would apologize to me. He'd be like, I know I wasn't a good parent. Like, he apologized to me. He took no credit for my achievements. I realized this man was doing his best, whether or not I like it. And I've even grown to understand my mother was doing her best too. And I was so mad at her. All the time I've known her, I was so mad at her because I thought I deserved better. I deserved more. She did not have it to give. Shannon Sharpe, Sean Combs, Kanye, all our men are operating at the best of their capacity. And I'm sure their parents gave them the best of what they had, their capacity. Yes? We say we're in a world where sin, you're born in sin and shaped in iniquity. So why are we so shocked and so cruel when the very thing we declare from the beginning manifests? So Coach Racquel, what are you saying? We should just pretend like they're not doing anything wrong? That's not what I'm saying. I don't have the answer, but I do know that I feel very traumatized just constantly watching men being beaten. It's traumatizing me. It's hurting me. It's harming me. It's not helping our community. It's bringing on more harm than good. So we have to figure a way out, because it's like the bleeding is they're just bleeding and bleeding and bleeding, and we have these expectations that they will never be able to meet because they don't have capacity. Who poured capacity into them? How are they supposed to know? So Shannon Sharpe, I don't think you're ever going to hear this, right? Because I'm insignificant in your world. But my heart goes out to you. My heart goes out to you. It is my hope that you can see this breakdown for what it is and do your self-work, because it is very clear self-work is needed. I hope you can do your self work and achieve some breakthroughs. And when you those big breakthroughs would make you a better man, a better dad, a better father, a better person, someone you can be proud of. Because I can't even understand a man saying for 50 million I'll go to hell. People, there has to be a greater message that we get from that than just a mere man saying I'm willing to go to hell for money. There has to be a bigger conversation. What has this world done in positioning money as this thing that people feel willing to go to hell to get it? It cannot just be greed. It's because of the access, the power. What does having money do for people? Why wouldn't they want it? The benefits of what it brings. And when you don't have it, how do you treat people who you consider to be poor? That's what he's running from. That treatment that you give the people who look poor and are poor. That's what he's trying to escape, in my opinion. That's a part of him willing to go to hell for that money. Because I believe that in his mind, not having money is worse than hell. We sometimes talk like we're not a part of the society. The society is us. They're just a sample size of the rest of us. Anyway, I'm not here to lecture to anyone. I'm just saying I feel for this man, and it really hurts me to watch black men bleed. And I'm not saying black women aren't bleeding, because my God, we are so unloved and unprotected and unprovided for, if there's such a term. There's no way we can be healthy and happy if our men are out there bleeding, and they are. So clearly, by virtue of them bleeding, our entire family is in the hospital. We're on life support. But it's not just because of them. And I'm not saying it's anybody's fault either. We have to come, and it's us why we're where we're at, all of us. We have to decide that loving each other is worth more than being above each other. And this privilege thing that we keep drooling for, there are just lots of issues that we as a community need to look at and examine, and really examine, because until we take accountability and until we face the truth of it, we cannot heal it, we can't fix it. And if we continue, oh, it's racism, it's the white man, it's this, no, it's us. It's us. And we have to face the truth of who we are. Do we even have honest conversations with each other? Are we honest with each other? Are we? Are we kind? Are we supportive? Just saying. Now I'm going to move to this other conversation, and this one leads very well into this conversation that I'm about to go into right now, right? Because here is another couple. This is a couple who creates stampede online because persons are upset. And, again, we go in when we're upset. Ooh, baby. We go in when we're upset. Oh my gosh, it's like this venom that comes out. Oh my, when we disagree, oh my gosh, it's over. We call it read and shade, but what it is really is venom. We spew such venom towards each other. Now, this lady, and I don't think I have a clip. Oh, how could I not? This lady stayed with her husband through his cheating and his, this is how I'm going to share it with you, based on my understanding. I'm looking to see if I had saved a clip. Okay, so it's the Dear Wifey podcast. Oh, there was a clip that I wanted to share with you first from I have a clip I want to share. Listen to this clip. This is Funky Dinevo. And I thought he said some things that were just potent.
Black women in particular, y'all do this thing where y'all be like, oh, they get rich and they go out and get a white woman, and some of y'all get really in y'all feelings about this thing about black women going out and get a white woman, and y'all internalize it as white to y'all. I ain't been telling my female friends and my personal life and my viewers for the longest. Y'all need to stop internalizing these rich athletes and entertainers going and getting y'all, because thinking about your black ass was never part of the equation when they made this. Okay, more times than not, and many of them will be willing to agree with this, but more times than not, when they go out and get money, it has everything to do with proximity to power, access, and on the most sick and psychotic levels, getting back at the white man that told them they would never be. Listen.
You hear what he said? So when you hear Shannon say, 50 million I go to hell, in his mind, what is hell? And in his mind, what is he running from? Because where he's running from must be worse than hell, in his mind, in my opinion.
As a black man, despite the fact that I'm gay, as black men, we walk around and get soft signaling from the dominant culture that we are less than, we're not to be trusted, we're criminals, we're monkeys, we're apes, we're the scary black man in the alley, we are niggers, we are at the low to know our place, and that the white man is the king of the jungle, and that we are to bow down to the white man. Those are the type of soft signals that black men get from the moment we are born in this place. And what better way than to get back at the king who has made you feel down all this time and oppressed you than to fuck his daughter.
Okay, there's one more clip I want to share, and then I'm moving on, where he talked about, and I'm not sharing this for you to hate him. I'm sharing for us to have awareness.
Older women ain't the competition with older women. It's them young ones. Right. It's them young ones that are hustling. Yeah. That'll do what you want. Yeah. Ain't nobody gonna tell me I'm independent. I pay my bill. I pay the cost to be the boss. You the boss by yourself. Them old young ones coming with you. They coming with you.
There you have it, straight from the horse's mouth. Quite honestly, I'm not surprised. Anytime you give a man who shouldn't have a podcast an opportunity.
Here is Shannon saying that older black women are jealous of the younger girls. They're not jealous of each other. They're jealous of the younger girls. And what he's trying to say is that the younger girls are willing to do what they, the men, based on his understanding and my understanding of what he's saying. The younger women are willing to do whatever it is that they, the men, want. Hi. And the older women are out there stuck by themselves, being all independent by themselves. No. How can someone hear Shannon Sharpe say this and expect and still think he knows better? Why wouldn't a man want a woman who is his equal based on the treacherous road that we have to trod in this life? Based on life, I would, for me, if I'm getting with someone, I want partnership. I want companionship. I want someone who's at my level of thinking. I want someone with whom I can connect. Why would I want someone who just do what I want them to do? Why would I want someone who relies upon me for thought? To take initiative. Like, I mean, if you're going to war, would you choose that young girl because you're at war? Who do you choose? Who do you select when you're going to war? Because that's how you should be I believe we should be choosing our partners. We're at war. And I'm not talking about racism war. I'm talking about life. We're in a jungle. We're in this jungle, this treacherous. I need somebody who I'm going to have your back, you're going to have my back, and we have the capacity to have each other's backs. We have the capacity to build and grow and travel and live real life that's worthy of that's worthy of us. And we're expecting this man to know better. He doesn't know better. He does not know better. And where would he have learned better? I'm just saying. So now we're going to the next story that I was speaking of. Now, I didn't, first of all, let me be clear on this. Once two people become married or forge a partnership, mind your business. They're not living your life. Okay, so in your life, you would not stay with, cheating is a deal breaker for you in your life. Okay, so do not marry a cheater. She is saying for her life, her goals, her expectations, and based on who she was, she felt that God said to her, I'm going to give you this man. And God is going to, and she required transparency. And she felt she got the grace. She was anointed with the grace from her source to stick and stay with this man and demonstrate to this man that I'm going to love you based on her capacity. Who are we not to say, good for you? Good for you. If that's your purpose and if that's divine for you and if it has worked for you and if it makes you whole and healthy and happy, then that's all I would wish for you. Because every relationship is work. You just have to know. Bob Marley has this quote where he said, love is pain or struggle or suffering or something to that effect. Love is difficult. But you have to decide who you're willing to suffer for. She decided, isn't that what love is supposed to be? For me personally, cheating for me is lying. Cheating for me is lack of ethics. Cheating for me is lack of discipline. It's lack of it's lack of authority. It's lack of respect. It's so many things for me that for me it's a deal breaker. But that's for me. It's different for her. She sees cheating different. And I understood it. Because when she said her early childhood trauma was connected to this, I'm like, yeah, I get it. Because our divine purpose, based on my understanding, my learning, my training, our purpose, our divine purpose is connected to our early childhood trauma. That's why we try to run from it. Yes? That's why I love a man who barely show up. But once he pop up every now and again and show me gentleness and care, I love him. Because that's what my dad taught me. And I'm not mad at him. That's all he had. Yeah? And then know that I recognize it, I have to work on it because that doesn't make me happy. I want to be with someone who chooses me, who wants to be around me, spend time with me, wants to talk to me and share his life with me. But I'm only learning that no. If you had asked me last year or the year before, I would have said I want to be in a long distance relationship. I've never been in a relationship where a man and I were in the same space or even, in the same country, but never in the same parish. Early childhood trauma. She said it. Her dad left and her understanding as a child was that he cheated and he was boosted out. Imagine what that child grows up saying in her mind. You see, when I get up, I'm not going to let this happen to my children. Give her grace. And maybe there are some things we can learn from it. It worked for her. Thumbs up on you being able to love a man. What I did not like about this story, for me, was I felt like she gave everything and he couldn't even have mustered up a little bit of respect for her. He just did not have it. I feel like he's still the man she married from whenever she married him. He's still at that state. Because even in relating the story, the guy that I said that I love, right? And I'm not ashamed of it and I'm not afraid of it and he's not required to love me back. Let me tell you something that really impacted me that he did that I was not used to. He takes care in dealing with me. It was such an amazing thing to witness and to start learning for the first time. When he talks to me about something or when I ask him something, he doesn't just say, oh yes. I remember one day I asked him if he loved somebody. He didn't just say, I love her. No. He gave me an entire paragraph. When I tell you that man prepared me for what he was about to say, I was completely prepared. Like I felt like he hugged me and held me and said, these things that happened. So of course I love her. The way he delivered it with such care. And when this man sat there, even when she talked about when she felt unworthy, I didn't hear the care. And maybe this is what people are upset about. I don't know. I didn't hear the care. I would have liked if he had said, my darling, yes. At the time with my immaturity and so on, I can't even believe I thought you were unworthy, but you are so worthy. And give her that reassurance, and give her some back information. Give because people are going to watch this and look at her. And I felt like there was no cloak of protection that he put around her when he delivered it. And for me, that was hard to receive. But again, people don't have capacity, or they have to operate based on their capacity. He is being at his best in this moment. That is his best. I cannot expect more. I just know that I would not last long in his company. But she's built for it. She is built for it. And I'm happy for him, because don't we say every hoe have their sticker bush? I hope I do. I hope this hoe have some kind of stick out there somewhere, okay? I hope so. But I'm so happy she found hers, and she found it, what, 30 years? Yeah, I think it's like 3 decades, or over 3 decades they've been together. Right? You can go ahead and watch the story. It's the Dear Future Wifey podcast. It came on, right? Dear Future Wifey podcast. And I'm going to make sure I leave the information in the comment section so that you can know what it is that I'm talking about. I'm just saying that people are performing at their best. And we just talk about where Shannon is, for example, where the state of black men. And I'm not saying this is all men. I'm sure we have good quality men out there. And like I said, I have brushed across one myself, and it is really helping me, and I tell you, I love and respect him so much that, to be honest with you, it's not that I wouldn't want to be with him, but I don't want to lose the respect I have for him. And I am so scared that being with him would change that. I don't know if it would anyway, but I know that I would forego being with him so I never lose this that I feel for him. I don't know if I'm making sense. This love and respect that I have for him, this adoration, like I love it. It feels like such a blessing. It's like a light. It's like an anointing on me. It's like this beautiful cocktail. It reminds me of my nieces and nephews and how I love them, to the point where I don't even get involved in their lives, because I don't even want to cause them any harm or sadness, or make any mistakes to hurt them. So I just want them to be happy, even if it's independent of me. And that's how I feel about the people I love. So I'm just saying, give her grace, because we can see that, in my opinion anyway, she's carrying a heavy load. So why are you going to tear her down and put more on a load? Help her carry it, man. Let us help her carry it, elevate her. But she's doing good. Loving somebody is good. Loving someone is good. There's no way she just decided, you know what, I'm going to stay and live this miserable life. No, she must really love this man. I wouldn't do it, because I don't love him. But if I loved him, the things I put up with when I love you, like, when I love you, I'm no longer worried about you. All I can hope for is that you don't use it against me. Because when you love from that kind of place where you have no impact over it, you have no choice, it's just there, you don't know what you will do. Excuse me. You don't know what you will do, what you're capable of doing for them. You'll walk through shame for them. You'll be embarrassed for them. You I'm telling you, and I'm just experiencing this. I never had this before. I thought I loved before, I never did. Well, not that I didn't, but I loved from my head before. I was choosing to love. And until I find this one now that I don't choose. I'm telling you that this person can get me to, let me not go there, but I'm just saying, she is loving a black man in a world where they're bleeding. Let us lift her up, pour strength into her, positive energy, so she can keep loving him. Because loving someone cannot be a bad thing. That's all I have to say on that. No. Okay, so thank you so much for staying with me so far. It's now time for us to go into our next segment. Oh my gosh. Let's unbox it. Awesome. Now, I just want to show you what I'm about to unbox. So what I'm unboxing is that right there. It's a desktop bookshelf that I have right here. That's what you're looking at right here. That has my books on it and everything. Yes, that is what I'm unboxing, and I'm about to share it with you right now. So let's get into it, and here we go. I unboxed it, but I also what do you call that? I set it up. I put it together. So that's what I'm sharing with you now. Wow. I love the sound of the unboxing. I really love the sound. All right. Now this is the shelf. Wow. I love the material. Alright. Yeah. I just want to show you different clips of it, but I'm not going to show you the process because it's really long. I was making a figure there. Yeah. There we go. I really just wanted to show you the unboxing and just a bit of me setting it up. There we go. So I just wanted to see the final thing. There we go. That's the final shelf. I'm going to leave it there for today, but that is it. That is our unboxing for today because the first segment went on so long. So we're just going to stop there for today. It's really just this shelf I wanted to show you when I was unboxing this shelf, this one.
Are you an entrepreneur or business owner looking for ways to increase the business cash flow? Well, you're at the right place. Go grab your pen and paper, then let's begin.
Bear in mind, conditions apply. All grants have specific deadlines. For more information, please visit our website at www.mycoachministry.com. Scan this QR code now and begin.
Wow. Okay. So, there we go. There we go. Okay. So now it's time for us to talk about funding alerts. Our funding alerts. Funding alerts. It's time for that now. So let's go. All right. Let's just scroll down. It's right here. It's right here. And today I'm recording this video on the first day of May 2025. As you can see, it was just published 8 hours ago. And it's a 21-minute read because we have quite a bit. So we are pleased. So this is top resources for securing the best funding opportunities in May 2025. 2025. All right. We are pleased to provide you with these funding opportunities and resources. You are welcome to share this information with your personal and professional networks. We are not affiliated with these organizations, so please direct any specific inquiries to them. And as you go through the blog post, you'll see that each of the grants have the links to the respective platforms or companies' websites that's affiliated with the grant. So this article lists grants, resources, and opportunities for businesses globally, in Canada and in the US. Additionally, there are over 95 more opportunities available in 35 US states, which you can access by commenting below with your specific inquiry. Yes. So let's go through these now, okay? Alrighty. I want you to see the information as I go through. So let's go down. So I'm not going to be listing the grants for all the sections, right? So I'm just going to run through and let you know what we have. We have global global, hang on. We have global funding opportunities, right? Global funding opportunities. And as you scroll down, we have Africa specific funding opportunities. And we have, let me go through it on here. So we have global funding opportunities. And as you scroll down, if you scroll down, you see where we also have Africa specific funding opportunities. See, Africa specific funding opportunities. And there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4 grant opportunities under the Africa specific. And then we have the Canada specific funding opportunities. And under that, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we have quite a bit under that one. And then we have now the funding opportunities within the United Kingdom and Ireland. And then we have funding opportunities within the United States. And of course, like I said before, we do have access to more grants. For example, state-specific grants, but you would need to scroll down and leave a comment, or you can select this right here where it says there are also over 90 additional opportunities in 33 to 35 mentioned above U.S. states and DC that are not mentioned in this article. If you have questions about funding or grants, resources, and opportunities for the most recent opportunities by state, click the link below to request the information or leave a comment. So it's this link right here, Ask Coach. You just click that and it takes you there, or you can come down here to where the comment section is and you can just leave a comment and we'll get the information. For us to be able to give you specific information, we will need to learn more about who you are, what you do, and what you're seeking the grant for. So if you provide more information to us, we can assist you. All right. So I just wanted to share that with you. Of course, in my next segment, I'll give you more information because I want to be able to go through to give you the list under the different headlines that's there. So the funding opportunities in the United States, in one of the podcasts coming up, I'm going into it. In the one for the United Kingdom and Ireland, I'm going to be going into another segment. Canada, Africa, all of them. So I'm going to be going further into them. But for today, I just this was published today and the May one is out now. And I just wanted to share that with you and let you know that they are there and you can go now and you can get access to information. All you have to do is go to my website, mycoachministry.com/blog. But like the QR code is on the screen right now. You just scan the QR code, take it to the website. It's everywhere. You cannot miss it. Just scroll. It is there. There's also on the projects, you'll see funding blog. So on the resources, it's there on the funding blog. So it's there all over the website. Just go to mycoachministry.com and you'll see it. Also, I share this information via my Linktree link. I share it it's going to be in this video's description. It's also on my Instagram and it's everywhere. So you can't miss it. Wherever I am at My Coach Ministry, it is there. It is there for you. So today, I just wanted to let you know the new, the May list is out. And this is important that I want you to also know. When this blog is updated every month on the 1st of every month. So a fresh set of grants, an updated list is published every month. So it doesn't matter when you're watching this video. It doesn't matter that you're not watching this video on May 1. It doesn't even matter if you don't catch this video in May. Even if you catch it next year, December, let me not go that far. I am hoping to still be here and still have the blog for next year, December, but I don't want to go that far. But if you're looking for June, if you're in June and watching this, the June one would have been up. So whatever month you're watching this, the data, the list for this month is freshly published. It's there. And the one for May is also there. And the one for April is there, March, February, January, all the way back. They're there. So you can't miss it. I think it's important for entrepreneurs to apply for grants because I believe that funding and grant opportunities create multiple opportunities. And I want to do an entire episode. And I think my next episode is going to be on where I'm going to talk about the benefits of applying for grants. Grant is a back door or a side door. I won't say a back door. It's a side window to the company. Walking into the company with no invitation, you may never get through. But if you go, this is an invitation for you to introduce your business, your brand, your interests to people with money, to people who want to give away money, to people who actually want to help you. So don't see this as just, oh, I'm not going to apply for a grant. I don't know. It's a networking opportunity. It's an opportunity for people who have access to money, companies to learn about your business, because you never know what opportunities can come from merely introducing yourself. Even if you don't get the grant that you applied for, they remember that you applied. They'll at least be introduced to you with that application. So that is why I don't just share this just because I want to say, hey, these are there. I want to share it too because it's an opportunity for you to expand, to build a network, to have access to financial resources and people who have access to financial resources, for you to get to know them and to expand your network beyond the people that you know, to elevate your network, to have people in it that have access to financial resources, so we can become more familiar with financial resources. And so that, you know, we don't want to say, oh, give me 50 million, for 50 million I go to hell. Because if you're used to something, you would make that comment. Someone who makes that comment is someone who's not used to money. You're not used to having access. You're not used to having power. There's something that money gives you that you feel is better than, is so good that it's risk going to quote unquote hell for it. You know what I mean? So let us get out of our comfort zones and start getting to start knocking down the doors and introducing ourselves. That's what I'm going to say. And with that said, I'm going to end this segment for that. So thank you for watching this funding alerts segment. Now, okay. So I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much for watching my podcast. Thank you for being here. Thank you for commenting. And there's someone very special that I'd like to say thank you to. You know, this person stays up late when she has early appointments the next day because she has to go to work. She's a teacher, but she takes the time and she sits up when the podcast is being premiered and she watches it. And maybe this is something I should be used to, but as I say, right, we have different capacity. Some of us are so used to having support that we can't even understand why persons don't understand certain things, but we are not all used to it. We don't all have access to the same things. And so being supported being supported in my work, in my business is not something that comes easily for me. I've had to work to gain my access. I have had to knock down doors, kick down doors. And when I talk about support, I don't mean external support. I mean by the very people who say they care for me, the people who I'm related to, the people who I'm close to, you know, because even my friend here, I stopped talking to her for a while because of the feeling like they're not, I just felt like the people around me were not invested in supporting me in the area of my divine purpose, in my business. I need your support in my business. If you don't support me, why would strangers do? But then I always get support from strangers. And I'm making a conscious decision moving forward that I cannot associate where I'm not celebrated. I cannot associate where I'm not supported. I cannot associate, because I want to receive from you and I want to give it to you. I want some degree of reciprocity. I want to know that the people who are closest to me, they're invested in me and I'm invested in them. Right? So with that said, I just want to say I am so happy for in the next one. But I just want to say thank you so much. It's been such a pleasure being here with you. Look at the scenery. It's so beautiful. I love water. I think water has power and I think it has influence, and I want to be influenced. I just want to be water in any situation. I want to be like water, you know. Bruce Lee said it. I want to be like water. I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much for watching, for supporting, for commenting, for liking, for sharing. Thank you so much. I really, 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 truly appreciate it. And it is my hope that as you watch this and as you went through this segment, that your spirit was lifted, that you felt happier, that you feel like, you were inspired to do self-work, to become a better person, to love yourself harder, to be kinder to yourself so you can be kinder to other people. It is my hope that you feel supported. Let me know how I can support you. Let me know. Okay, and give me options. Don't just give me one thing. Give me options so I can choose what best works for me, because remember, it's based on capacity. So let me know how I can support you. And I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. If you're watching, please let me know you're watching and supporting me. Don't just watch silently, or I hope you won't watch silently, but that you will let me know you're there. Let me know you support me. Let me know you're there. I have a friend who, I remember he said to me, as usual, either as usual or as always, I'm so proud of you. And I've never really had a guy say that to me before. Thank you. And you see, this is what I'm saying with, it's like, I think it's for those of us who are not used to being loved and cared for, the least little love you get is like you want to hang on to it. And if you're not careful, you build up resentment when you feel like the person is loving you but not giving you all of it. It's not that they're not giving you all of it. It's that person's love in different ways. I think this guy sees me as somebody who he loves and respects as a person. I'm the one that has the romantic affection towards him. Let me not say that. I don't think that's fair based on our experience. But what I'm trying to say is people are able to give what they have the capacity to give. So let us be careful not to build resentment unconsciously towards them when it is we feel we have unmet needs that sometimes is not for them to meet in the first place. That's what I'm trying to say. I think I have this thing that I do too that I want to work on, where I make references sometimes, and I think sometimes I'm making the references and giving examples and I'm just it's not connecting. So I'm going to be working on myself in saying what I have to say and stop going through these hoops to try to say it. Again, I'm just doing my best as well. So thank you so much for watching. It's been my pleasure being here with you. It was such a joy for me to do this. And I promise you, like, any day I don't feel like doing this, I'm not doing it because I don't want to offer something I'm not happy to give, but it's such, even getting prepared to do it and everything, it's just so much joy. And then when I come in and I hear that intro music and I love to like, it just gives me this, yes, it just lifts my spirit. It just makes me feel happy. And when I watch this podcast, I don't even feel like I'm watching myself. I feel like I'm watching this other person, and I feel myself going closer and closer to the screen. Like I'm just getting happier and happier the more I watch, and I do this with the hope that, because we even with the trending topics, I know that the topic I'm going to be talking about can have emotional impact, but it is my hope that I can bring you through it in a way that's mindful and wholesome, so to limit the impact. It's going to do what it's going to do, but to at least kind of be a support with you as we go through it, and make it so it's more of a benefit and not so much of venom. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying other people are being venomous or whatever, but because everyone is in their purpose and doing what they're supposed to do, and I just want to do it my way too. I want to talk about things without having you bleed while I do it. At least that's my hope, that the way I do it, you don't feel like you're bleeding, but you see how you can use it. You see the purpose in it, like, okay, I can take this, I can be inspired by this, and I can do my own self-work. That's what I'm hoping for. Okay, so I just want to say thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your feedback. Please, 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 please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. I really would appreciate it if you would do that for me. Like, comment, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, and let's make this a safe space that we come to, and we get to do our self-work, go through the breakdown self-work, and for our breakthroughs, and then we can, because what I do with these unboxing really is I'm unboxing solutions for our daily lives, and I'm taking you through my daily life of the solutions that I seek. You know what I mean? And you can be inspired to find your own solutions, or you may be looking for something and I unbox it and and I give you the details. You realize it's out there, you can easily access it. You know what I mean? And then with the funding and everything, we just top it off with funding for you to be able to know that there are resources out here for you after you've done your self work, and after you've found your solutions, or you create your solutions. There's a place where you can go to connect with people to then share your solutions, as well as access additional resources. You know what I mean? That's what I hope this does for us, because it's doing it for me. So I just want to say thank you. Please like, share, comment, and let me know that you're there, if you don't mind. All right? Mwah. Bye. See you next time. Bye. I love to open new packages. There will be the latest information on the top funding opportunities for entrepreneurs who are seeking funding. Come along with me. I'm Coach Racquel, and this is a passion project for me, so I am so happy to bring this to you. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for watching.
Unlock your potential every Thursday with our podcast, Refresh, Relax, Renew. Join Coach Racquel as she guides you through personal development journeys. Each episode focuses on actionable steps to enhance your personal journey. The podcast features 3 main segments to keep you engaged. We start with discussions on trending topics relevant to your growth. Then we unbox solutions to common challenges we face daily. Finally, stay updated with fresh funding opportunities each week. Tune in every Thursday for new episodes, and see you there.